When a poor family in Cambodia fell afoul of some loan sharks, the mother asked her youngest daughter to take a job. But not just any job. This girl, Kiyu, was taken to a hospital and examined by a doctor, who issued her a certificate of virginity. She was then delivered to a hotel where a man raped her for 2 days. Kiyu was 12 years old. "I did not know what the job was," says Kiyu, now 14 and living in a safe house. She says she returned home from the experience very heartbroken, but unfortunately for Kiyu, her ordeal was far from over. This was by Tim Hune from CNN. Child trafficking. Heinous crime. And unfortunately, it happens still in the world. And in Cambodia, it happens way too much. UNICEF estimates that children under the age of 16 account for a third of the 40 to 100,000 prostitutes in the country's sex industry. Under 16. Those are children. They're not even old enough to vote yet. Not even legal adults. And they're being thrown into this disgusting and perverted world. Pimps are reported to imprison the young children who are virgins, and they auction them off. They keep them under armed guard. They don't pay them anything. They barely keep them alive. They just feed them enough, and then they sell them to the highest bidder. Politicians, war, military officers, businessmen, doesn't matter. To other people, these women are just a cattle at auction, and it's disgusting. There is ways to fight it, and I'm here to tell you of one of my personal ways. Rapha House. The organization was created to help these poor children and to not only give them a second chance at life, but to actually better their lives, to increase their knowledge, and to actually give them a life to be happy for. Their mission is to end the trafficking and sexual exploitation of children throughout the world, and to provide care for the survivors, and to provide awareness over this heinous act. In order to equip these girls with the keys to sustainable freedom, we need you to act. Your partnership empowers these girls to achieve sustainable freedom throughout their lives. You can help them learn how to read, write, sew, work on computers, be able to teach others, get a job, sustain themselves so that their daughters don't have to go through this. Rapha House is dedicated to this for years. I'm actually good friends with the owners of the company, Brandon and Stephanie Freed. By supporting Rapha House, you are investing in freedom for the child victims of slavery and sexual exploitation. You are speaking up for those who cannot speak for themselves. They don't have a voice, or if they do, it's not strong enough to be heard. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to be their voice so that they can be heard. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and helpless and see that they get their justice. If you're wondering how you can help with this Rapha House, help with this mission, there are several ways you can do it. You can go to raphahouse.org, where they actually have lots of items in their store. They have multiple things that the children and the girls actually make over in Cambodia in these safe houses that they build to house these poor women and children. And they actually make backpacks. They make clothes, outfits, all of these little knickknacks that we take for granted. They pour their heart and souls into making because it's what they can do. It's something that gets them out of the hell that they were thrust into as children. And these proceeds go towards funding armed guards to help keep the girls safe, to feed them, to construct more safe houses, to enact more operations to be able to go and get these children from these brothels and these karaoke bars. And basically, we help them to actually have a life. If you're even interested in visiting and seeing what they have in person, you can go to 712 South Main Street here in Joplin, Missouri. Go in and talk to them. Ask them. Get their stories. We actually have flyers and posters up on the wall of survivors and the harrowing, chilling stories that they have gone through. but you can also see how they have made it. They have fought back. So I implore you, this is not something that we can just sweep under the rug. This is not something that we can just say, not my problem. No, this is something that you have the power to stop. And all I will ask from you is just do your part. Any little thing helps. And these girls, they are worth it.